Chat, what do you guys drive? Let me know in the comments.
According to a report from Kelley Blue Book, the average price for a new vehicle has cracked the $50,000 mark for the first time ever.
Jeez.
I seriously need to know why all these old, faded headlight used cars are like over $9,000.
They are literally building these cars so that you throw them away when they break. Literally, just throw them away when they break. Don't replace it, don't fix it, just throw it away.
What's your car payment and what do you drive?
Just short of $2,700 a month. But every morning I have to decide if I'm going to drive the Tahoe Premier or the M4 Competition X Drive.
It's official.
Good Lord. Brother, man, $2,700 a month. Golly, that's so much. What's y'all's car payment, chat? That's a lot.
Car dealers are struggling to sell their inventory, and consumers are not putting up with the increased prices. According to this November insight from Cox Automotive, looking at mainstream brands, recent inventory trends reveal that some manufacturers may be edging toward overstock territory as consumer demand shifts. Jeep's situation is even more pronounced, with a 24% jump in day supply and a 13% increase in inventory, driven by models like the Cherokee, Compass, and Wrangler, putting the brand at a high watermark for 2025 and close to having...
Bro, I'll never understand how expensive Jeeps can be, bro. I've seen some of these Jeeps be $60,000, $70,000. The first car I ever had was a Jeep Grand Cherokee, a 1994 blue Jeep Grand Cherokee. Chat, what was your first car? Let's see if I can't find this thing. 1994 blue Jeep Grand Cherokee. Boy, with the leather on the inside. I spelled Cherokee so wrong. But yeah, this is it right here. This is it, bro. This is it.
It's for an idiot.
My buddy Jim showing it off. This is what I had right here, man.
Welcome to another Hoovies.
Yeah, this is what I drove. This is the first whip I ever had, a 1994 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I don't even know if it was a 4x4. It might have been, it might not have been. I really don't remember. But either way, that was the first car I had. And then I had a black 98 Mustang because my grandfather loved Ford so much, swore up and down by Ford. So I had a bunch of Fords, but my grandfather would always put me in like these different cars because he's like, I got to put insurance on these. You know, my grandfather actually had a little bit of money. He took his life pretty serious. So unlike my mom and dad, but.
Tonight in our reporting on the prices you're paying for everything. Tonight here, the cost of a new car. What our reporter discovered on the car lot, the average price of a new vehicle in this country, and what's driving this? Here's Matt Rivers.
Tonight, it's never been more expensive to buy a new car. According to a report from Kelley Blue Book, the average price for a new vehicle has cracked the $50,000 mark for the first time ever.
That's shocking.
I think it's obscene.
And that's just what people pay.
I bought my house for $12 and a pack of gum.
Average asking price, the MSRP for 2026 models, is even higher, more than $52,000. Talk about sticker shock. The study's authors writing, it was only a matter of time, especially when you consider the best-selling vehicle in America is a pickup truck from Ford that routinely costs north of $65,000. The report says the average price for a new Tesla is $54,138.
What do y'all think about electric vehicles? I feel like people are starting to regret these electric vehicles now.
Tonight, economists say tariffs on autos and key auto parts are a factor. Also factors a rush to buy electric vehicles before tax breaks expire in September because of President Trump's big, beautiful bill that eliminates them. And lastly, experts say the families that can afford new cars are often the ones who can afford expensive cars, driving that average cost higher.
Just the fact that sales are being shifted towards more luxury and higher end vehicles is similar to this situation we're seeing just about everywhere in the economy.
And experts say consumers looking to used cars to save money are also out of luck.
When I looked up the cost of a 2021 Nissan Sentra versus a brand new one, the cost difference is roughly $1,000. So what is the better value?
And David, it's really interesting that electric vehicle sales are also driving some of this, driving up the average price of a car. There was a real race to go out and get them before those tax credits expired, many families rushing out to get theirs.
I'm still in shock that the average cost of a new vehicle is $50,000.
Yeah, dude, $50,000 is a lot of money. That's as much as some people make in an entire year. China got cars for $15K and they're better. That's what some of the comments say. I've heard Chinese cars are actually way less expensive, but dude, a lot of the things that China makes is great.
Bronco still out front. Why?
I think we need to put it on the rocks. Show how well that lift is.
That's why you think the Bronco hasn't sold yet?
Yeah, I think it needs to be put up on the rocks and highlighted.
Let me show you guys. You tell me why it hasn't sold yet. I got this Bronco about a month ago and it still hasn't sold yet. I mean, look at these rims and these wheels we put on it. Is that why it hasn't sold yet? It's even in Marsh Gray. That's the color that everybody
Okay, let me guess. It's because it's $110,000.
wants. Is that why it hasn't sold yet? I even upgraded the seats to catskin leather. Is that why it hasn't sold yet? We listened to the comments and put a lift kit on it. Is that why it hasn't sold yet? It's the base model. That means the most affordable trim. Is that why it hasn't sold yet? The spare even has the fuel rims and the 37-inch tire. Maybe that's why it hasn't sold yet. It's got the hard top. Maybe people want the soft top. That's why it hasn't sold yet. We put the Luther sticker on the back. Hey, my dad changed the plate frame while I was in service.
That's what I do.
Is that why it hasn't sold yet? This is like the sickest Bronco in PA. I can't think of any reasons of why this hasn't sold yet. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and to get a value on your vehicle, head over to my page and hit sell your car today. And be sure to follow Dante Luther for more Broncos like this.
Spoken like a true car salesman.
Bro, car salesmen are the sleaziest. Bro, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Car salesmen are the sleaziest, grimiest. Yeah, I'll get you a good deal on that. Don't you worry about it.
Salesman. People were commenting, maybe the price is why it hasn't sold yet.
The first reason why, bro, it's too freaking expensive.
It's overpriced in a base model. $3,000 in lift, wheels, and tires, but marked up $10,000 because it's custom. It's the obnoxiously high price for a terrible vehicle. Maybe because it's a base Bronco listed for $56,000. So I went to the Ford website because I was curious how much Broncos go for, and it looks like they start at $40,000.
Jesus.
Of course, they talk about all the bells and whistles, the lift, the hardtop, the rims, the tires, the color, but no mention of the price. And this salesman can't think of one reason why this hasn't sold yet. It always is the price.
Yeah, dude, it's always the price, bro. People are so price conscious, especially in this economy right now. If you know, like, and then, but the thing is, if it's too expensive, they're gonna ask a lot of questions. But also, if it's too cheap, they're gonna ask a lot of questions. Like, why is this so cheap? I'd be just as sus if it was really cheap.
99 Toyota Corolla. This thing only has 112,000 miles on it. I stopped because I saw it. Because I saw the window sticker right there. I thought that said $595. I thought it was back in the year 2005. This is $5,000.
$5,000. I mean, it's crazy you can buy a car for $5,000, but I remember back in my day, my mom helped me buy a Toyota Camry for $1,200 that had like 120,000 miles on it. And that's what I drove in college, was a busted Camry that had like 100. By the time I sold it, I think I had 160,000 miles on it.
Oh wait, that's $6,000. $6,000. Like, yeah, huh? Why are we charging $6,000? The headliner's falling down. The hood's been repainted. Like, really not good. Got a little rust going on over there. Since when are the $500 cars $6,000? I'm sorry, I was being confused. That was the on sale price. That's the retail price. This is a 1999 Toyota Corolla.
That car 26 years old, bro.
I wagered a bet. That's what this car costs new, or close to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. I wonder how much this $400 car costs. Oh my god.
10 grand?
30,000 miles. 10,000. What the? Who's buying? What?
Someone commented, but if you traded in that same car, you would probably get $200.
Bro, these car dealerships are like GameStop when it comes to trading stuff in, bro. Best I could do is $200. Here, I can give you $200 cash or $500 store credit. If you want to do a trade-in, you know, we'll hook you up a little bit. But if you just want cash, I'll give you $500. You know, $6,000 for that. It's not even in perfect condition. It's got 120,000 or 112,000 miles. That's 26 years old. That thing can vote, drink, go to war, and get married. This car has rights at this point, bro.
$6,000 for that.
That's crazy work, bro. It's so true, though. There's the inflation of everything. Why are cars so expensive? It's a busted ass Camry. What's crazy is that these cars were $10,000 to $12,000 when they were sold brand new like 25 years ago. That's what's really nuts. Is like that's how much they cost brand new, and you're selling them for that when they're used and have 100,000 miles on them.
Seriously need to know why all these old faded headlight used cars are like over $9,000. What?
You can't find anything under $5,000.
$6,400 for a 2013
175,000
with 175,000 miles.
It's on its last leg. It's like buying a horse that's got like one race left. Like, what are we doing?
I bought mine for $2,000 with $136,000 on it. Is this the same one too? That's crazy. Oh, there's 3 of them. I didn't even see the third one.
Well, that's why they're still there, because they're not selling. Nobody's buying that crap.
Nobody is going to buy these cars.
They don't want to sell them.
I could not imagine.
It seems like that's the case. They don't want to sell them.
As is, no warranty. 2006 Honda Civic for $7,000.
Jeez.
That, what? The Honda CR-Vs for $13,000.
God.
Is this normal?
And straight to the comments we go. None of these cars should be over 5K. Let them sit there and rot for those bloated prices. Half of them have accidents, interior is never cleaned, and all these dealers are ripping people off. Probably paid $900 at an auction. With massive miles on them, it's crazy. They know people can't afford car payments right now, so they're jacking up the prices of beat up cars. A 15-year-old car with 185K miles should not be 5 to 10K. The 2013 Mazda for $6,400 with 175,000 miles on it was mind-blowing.
175,000 miles is crazy, bro. That's so many miles to put on a freaking car. I don't even know if Mazdas can run to 200,000 miles. Now, I'll give Hondas, should have bought a Hondas, because that's what I always tell you guys. Shiba and I should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. Hondas will run. I think I had my stepdad, he had his Honda. He had a Honda Civic, like a 1990 Honda Civic, and he ran it up to like 250,000 miles. And it was still running. It wasn't that it wasn't running. It was still running. He just wanted to get a new car.
For a car with a family member, and when did a Corolla become $25,000? Actually, no, he said $29,000. When did a Corolla become $29,000? What? That is crazy. Like, there are no introductory level cars anymore. Like, I know that this was a while ago, but they used to be like $15,000. A Corolla or a Honda Civic was the car that you got your kid as like their first car.
Yeah.
Nothing too fancy. Just your intro to driving. This is... How are we surviving now, guys? Let's be for real.
Someone commented, it started during COVID when they were saying it was a shortage of cars and chips, and the dealers stayed greedy and didn't change the pricing. Because they put all those ridiculous gadgets in them, they need to offer basic cars too, not just tricked out ones. I got my Corolla brand new in 2015 for $18K. I remember brand new it being $10K. That's crazy. A Corolla is never worth $25K. So
Bro, now Toyotas are very reliable cars. They're very, very reliable. Like, you're talking about some of the most reliable cars here. Base model, 22 grand, 25 grand, 28 grand. And you're going to get some bells and whistles with these, but it's really nothing crazy. You're not getting a crazy nice sunroof probably. You're not getting, you may get some heated seats maybe, but the prices of cars right now are absolutely ridiculous.
So that you throw them away when they break. Literally, just throw them away when they break. Don't replace it. Don't fix it. Just throw it away. So I'm installing a camera system, and I messed up. Somehow I got myself locked. I'm pretty sure I didn't loop the piece all the way through on the handle. So basically, the door was shut. I pulled on it really hard. Door opens. But as you can tell, I broke this. Just a little plastic piece, I broke it. No biggie. I'll look online. Can't find it. I understand it's a newer car. This is 23. I'm like, shoot. Let's call the dealer. So the guy on the phone was like, he spent like 10 minutes. He calls me. He actually had to call me back. Calls me back and says, actually, we can't just get the door handle. I'm like, what do you mean you can't just get the door handle? You have to order the entire door panel. He even said it comes with a new window switch. And then I realized, because I took the dang thing back off, he's not kidding. It is like, they've molded the plastic around it. You cannot get this off. You cannot get that out. What the heck? One, I get, like, this should never break, right? But how many times have you replaced a window switch in a car? It gets wet with water. What are you going to tell me? I need a whole new door panel? Yep. It's only a cool $525.
Someone commented, being unable to open a door due to a small piece of plastic failure should be considered a safety risk and class action lawsuit.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're trying to make it for cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. and and with worse gear, and that's what it is. They're making it with crappier materials and charging you more for it. It's absolutely ridiculous what they're doing right now.
Instead of having a simple key like this, you just insert in the door somewhere. Key's never going to not work, right? Sometimes you unlock your lock button, that might not work, but at least you're going to get in with the key. This Ford, as you see right here, has a push button. So it has the regular lock and unlock button. But to get in, you press this button, and then the door pops open, and then you grab that little handle. And I mean, that's as easy as that's going to get, right? But what happens when you need to get in the car? And let's just say the battery's dead, right? So where do you insert... Oh, actually, that's funny. It's a blank. I forgot about that. So yeah, where do you insert the would-be key, right? Don't worry, Ford is 4 steps ahead of you with this. So you just take this little panel off, and of course your car's locked out. So grab that jump box that you would have in your car, because you locked it, right? And you're gonna jump start it, jump this literally with the jump pack, and then that will open the front, which then lets you jump the battery. That then lets you power the door to press the button to get back in your car, because a key just would have been way too difficult.
Oh my god!
And next,
that's insane.
If this wasn't all bad enough as it is, if you are in the market for a new car, you're going to have to deal with these salesmen when you go into the dealership.
Never say these 10 words in car sales. The wrong language can cost you a deal and kill your commissions. Instead of using the word buy, say invest. This is a great investment. Instead of using the word problem, use the word challenge. It's the credit that's a problem. No. The credit is challenging, but we will try our best. Instead of using the word sign, use the word authorize. Instead of using the word cheap, use the word cost effective. If you're trying to go to a less expensive vehicle, do not say a cheaper vehicle, say a more cost effective vehicle. Instead of using the word contract, say agreement. Contract can scare some customers off. Agreement is something friendly. Instead of using the word cost, say value. This one's very important, value. And last but not least, instead of actually saying the numbers when presenting, always point, never actually say it. The words you use set the tone for how people trust, like, and believe you. And in car sales, when they trust, like, and believe you, the chances of you selling a car raised by 72%. If you want high-level results, you need high-level vocabulary, because poor word choice leaves rich deals on the table.
So great.
Rich deals on the table. Brother, man, you're selling cars, bro. This isn't some highbrow sales, you know what I mean? What do some of the comments say? I like this girl does the comments too. I dislike using the word investment. Purchasing / financing a depreciating asset isn't really an investment. It's not an investment at all. Invest is not a word I use. Be honest, salesman. Tell the truth and earn your customers' business. What is this? In my 29 years in the business, I would never in my life pretend that a car purchase is an investment. Yeah, bro. I was in sales. People have such a negative connotation when it comes to anything sales, anything when it comes to selling, or I'm an account executive. Like, bro, you're a salesman. Like, when I used to say I'm an account executive, you're essentially you're a sales guy. That's what it is. I was in telesales. I was calling people. I was a glorified telemarketer. I just sold a cheap package and then got good enough to where I could sell a fat package. That's why I was selling my package. I'm just kidding. But seriously. But for real though, my dildo. In my 10 years of, corporate sales, I had to adopt a lot of this stuff too. You use those words to kind of persuade people, and it really is kind of an art of manipulation and persuasion to be able to talk to people and pretty much convince them to buy things maybe they don't really need, or maybe they kind of need, but to figure out a problem that like highlights that need so much that makes them feel like, oh, I really, really need this. Oh, like you're losing so much revenue. And the thing is, with cars, you can always leverage safety. Oh, well, what about getting the kids to work? What about getting the kids to school? What about your wife getting to work? The last thing you want is for them to break down. The last thing you want is for them to get in a car that doesn't have a good safety rating. I'm sure if they got into a wreck, that would crush you, right? If something happened to them, and then you're leveraging their family against them. It's sleazy, but it does work, sadly. Why buying a car in 2025 so hard?
Hello?
Yes, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
This is
person that spoke with you, he just told me to, when would you like to come here and give you the information?
Okay, I just wanted the numbers before I came in. Is that not possible?
No, it's not possible.
Why not? I would expect transparency if I'm buying a car, if I'm going in. That's time out of my day. You guys are a 30-minute drive away, so I want to know how
but
much.
they need to check your information and they can add your information over the phone. If you really are interested, you can come and we can help you with that.
They need to check my information over the phone. I'm paying in cash. They don't need any information. I just want the out-of-the-door price.
But I'm not able to give you like the price over the phone.
This is what they do, bro. They want you to come in so they can pressure you, bring in managers and other salesmen and corral you into a group and corner you into a room and be like, you should buy this, you should buy this. That's what they do, bro.
Why not?
Because we're not able to do that. They always negotiate the price here and do all the taxes.
I don't want to negotiate anything. I just want the out-of-the-door price.
Well, if you want, we can help you once you are here, because I'm not able to give you anything to the phone.
Someone commented, "This is a normal situation from car dealers. It should be illegal." I went through this. It was terrible. They also asked me if I was financing with them. I said no through my bank, and they didn't like that and said they don't like cash. Also had a big dealership tell me that they don't take outside financing. Former car salesman, absolutely hated this. They teach you to bring the customer in because you are more likely to buy if you are inside. But as a consumer myself, if I'm serious about buying, I'll shop. No BS, you dodged a bullet, because when dealerships are like this, 9 times out of 10, it's because they have like $7,000 worth of accessories that they can't take off. Do they not want to sell cars? LOL. They don't need any information to give a price. Dealerships are worthless. Buy online and pick up.
That's why I think things like Carvana are starting to, become more popular, because people can just they can bring you the car and you can buy it. Like, I hate that there's still a middleman when it comes to buying a car, because buying a car, it's a rather large investment. It's like the one other investment besides buying a home. You got a real estate agent and things like that, which that can be annoying. Real estate agents are, they're salesy too. They're just trying to get a deal across the blind so they can get their commission. But with the whole car situation, it's so sleazy, because they'll mark the price up and they have like $5,000, $7,000 worth of wiggle room. And if you don't negotiate, they're like, cool, we got it for the extra $5,000 to $7,000. Nice, got it. Like, they're like in and out the door. They never want to talk numbers. They always want you to come in. They always want to call out all the inadequacies in your car. I went when Cass had a Honda CRV years ago, and we went to the Honda shop to give it back to him. We actually made money on this Honda. We made like $3,000 on it, which was crazy. She had it for 3 years. We leased it. But when we got there, the guy was like, really all we can do is like $1,000. And I was like, well, we've got another offer down the street where we could get 3,000. So if you guys don't want it for the $3,000, we'll take it down the street and get that $3,000, no problem. And I was just lying. I didn't have an offer down the street. I just was making this up. And they're like, okay. They came back. The manager came in there, tried to press this a little bit. He came back maybe 20 minutes later. He's like, okay, we'll do this. We'll do the $3,000. I was like, wow. Like, it was that easy. You really went and just sat in your office and came back and gave us an extra $3,000. Like, it just proves how sleazy this entire industry is.
You drive?
Just short of $2,700 a month. But every morning I have to decide if I'm going to drive the Tahoe Premier or the M4 Competition X Drive.
What's your car payment and what do you drive?
$1,342, and I drive a Silverado 3500 HD.
Got a question for you. What's your car payment and what do you drive?
$700 a month. I drive a Chevy Silverado half-ton 2022 RST with a 3-liter diesel.
What's your car payment and what do you drive?
I drive a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 Black Widow, and my car payment's $610 a month.
What's your car payment and what do you drive?
Oh God! My car payment's $420 a month, and I drive a 2021 Chevy Bolt.
What's your car payment and what do you drive?
I drive a 2025 Equinox Active, and my car payment is $293 a month.
This first comment is the first thing that ran through my head when I saw this video. All these guys driving trucks to commute to a sales job. It is just comical to me that these people going to a sales job or even a white collar job are driving these giant pickup trucks and SUVs. Like, please, if you're going to be buying one of these pickup trucks, you better be.
But that's also like a guy thing, also a Texas thing. Like, there's something about guys in Texas when they get in their 30s, they feel like they should drive a big truck. Multiple of my friends have done this. I got a buddy who's he works, he's basically a teacher, right? He's a teacher. I got two buddies that are teachers. He drives like a brand new GMC Sierra 4-door. And I'm like, bro, You don't shovel dirt. You don't ranch. You don't pick up heavy equipment. You commute 50 minutes, bro. You should have got like a Tesla or something that's fantastic on gas mileage. That's what you should have got. I got another buddy who's a teacher. Just because I went to school with a lot of people that studied education in college, and he drives a massive like Toyota Tundra 4-ton. Like, I'm like, why, bro? Why? As soon as I started working from home, and as soon as like the YouTube stuff started popping, I got rid of my car. We only got one car now. A lot of people will be like, oh my God, you only have one? Yeah, we got one car. Cass and I have one car. We coordinated. She needs to go somewhere, she can use the car. If I really need to go somewhere, I'll just call an Uber, dude. It's really cheap here. Like 15, 20 bucks, I can get anywhere I need to go in town.
Body wants it, and that's why the dealership's having the discount. I mean, look, what dealership wants to do this? And this shows the price is wrong to begin with. $48,000 from 63, 2025 Dodge Charger. Of course they're going to have to discount it because, I mean, think about that. A fake exhaust sound EV. But look at that, $10,000 off. That's the only way. And then we got $100,000 Jeeps. Literally, I'm not even joking. Look at this. 100. Can you guys see that? Let me get the phone read. $101,000 from 106. So the actual MSRP is 106 for a Wrangler. Like, whoa, wait a minute.
$100,000 for a Jeep, right? That's insane. That's how much you should be able to get like an exotic car for.
$100,000 Wrangler? Yes, it actually exists. And here you go. It doesn't even make sense. You think you're just making, I mean, what world are we living in where this is a reality? You know what I mean? But this is the truth. And look at this, $84,000. Look at the payment, $1,355 for 84 months.
God.
Think about financing $1,385 for 84 months. Let's look at this payment, because what is it? Over $1,600? I mean, some people's mortgage payment on a Jeep Wrangler. I mean, look at this. Do the math on that one. $1,639 times 84. You know, that's robbery on a Wrangler. It's a complete mess what's going on. They have vehicles that have been on the lot.
Someone commented, no Jeep is $100K. That's
bro, no Jeep is $100K. I don't care what it is. And I don't get people that drive the Jeeps like that put the little rubber duckies, you know. But dude, $1,600 by 84 months is like $140,000 for a Jeep Wrangler. That's insane work, bro. I put $170,000 down on my house and financed $165,000. My house payment is only $1,360 on $165,000. No way I'm paying $1,600 a month for a dang Jeep. Well, dude, this is why I tell people to lease, bro. I tell people to lease. I don't finance cars because you're financing just a seriously just depreciating asset. Like, you don't make money on cars. Most of the time you don't. Now, maybe during COVID and stuff, like people were actually cashing out on these used cars, but we lease our cars. We lease the car for 3 years and then boom, on to the next one. Loki, you want a treat? Free. Sit. Wait. Free. Well, we lease our cars, bro. So we'll lease this car that we got right now, and in 3 years, we'll go get another one. It's just because, number one, I like new cars, and then number two, I don't want to buy a car because as cars get older, like 5-7 years old, they just start to break down. They don't make them with good parts anymore, and then I'm having to pay to fix them. And then people have problems. My mom just had a Jaguar that she had bought, and she got a pretty good price on it. It was like a 2022 Jaguar. My mom's my mom was financing it and like maybe paid like $500 or $600 a month. And my mom's in a much better financial situation now than she was when I was a kid. So don't think this is some crazy Jaguar. This is like a $30,000 used Jaguar. Jaguar's not that great, but she was wanting to get something fixed, like a headlight fixed, and she got a quote for it. And they're like, yeah, it's gonna be like $6,000. She's like, why is it gonna be $6,000? She was here for the holidays when she was here for Thanksgiving. And it's like, oh, because we can't just replace one light. We got to actually replace both lights, and we got to take off the front and do a whole, it like comes all in one piece. You can't just replace a headlight. Like back in the day where you could just replace one headlight, you can't do that anymore. With a lot of these exotic cars, a lot of these newer cars, it has to be like all one unit. Kind of like what that guy was talking about earlier.
They brought it inside. They listened to the people. I mean, they were like, why is the vehicle still outside? It's been there 800 days, and I'll show you something else. So that Dodge Charger's been on the lot over 800 days. This Fiat is a 2023 that's been on the lot over 500 days. And check this out. Yeah, 2023. Look at this. Think about it. We're in 2025 and soon to be. It's going to be 2026 still here. 22,000 and the original price is 36. So they're trying to discount it. I mean, what is it? That's a good discount on a $30,000 vehicle. 36 down to 22. But it's been here over 500 days. No one wants it. And what's it by?
Nobody wants that, dude.
Check it out. A rodent trap. So yeah, not the best thing to be by. considering these vehicles have been outside. Some of them, like this one right here, right next to the trap, has been out here for years sitting outside. It's a complete mess. And this is only happening at mainly domestic manufacturers, but mainly Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. There's no other dealership that's really in this situation as bad as Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Someone commented.
That's crazy. What are the comments saying though?
$30,000 Fiat? That Fiat is not a $30,000 car. That's why they're sitting there. Hopefully everyone gets on board and stops paying these outrageous prices, and they'll start to come down to realistic. People are waking up to Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram and their horrible reliability.
I've only heard bad things about Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. I've only heard bad things about them. We were even looking at a Cadillac when we were looking to upgrade our car, but you know, it was like a Cadillac's basically just a Chrysler. So it's like, what's really the point in just getting a souped up Chrysler? You know what I mean? But chat, let me know in the comments, what do you drive? What do you pay? I'd be interested to see what you guys drive and what your payment is. Ain't that right, Lokes? Loki's like, bro, I could care less.
Whoop-de-doo.
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Let me know if you want to see me do more videos like this. I kind of enjoyed this one. It's a little bit different. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.